Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो मारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% करे नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complete level, मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Wherever there is a movement, something is created. And that movement is the cause for everything in this world. Like, if there is water in a lake or a pond, it is not moving, it is stagnant. And because it is very cold, because it is very cold, it has become still. That will not make us disturb. When you look at it, it is cool, yours. No disturbance. Now, the same water when it starts flowing, so the flowing water is normally labeled as a river, but it is not so. Water flow and the water bed. If only flowing water we call river, then in our tap river is coming, there water is flowing. See? Like when I go to Varanasi, so earlier I used to take regular bath in Ganges, now I don't take. Why? Realization. What realization? Earlier I used to take in a horizontal Ganges, the bath. Now I take in the vertical Ganges. Ganges are there. The tap water is not called as a river. So what is the river? Three things. Water, flow, and river bed. And all the movement of the water is supported by the river bed, but the river bed is not influenced by both the water and the flow of water. It remains the same. If this example is clear, then come back to our own experience. What is our experience? Our experience is we are constantly exposed to the changes, the movement. And all these movements are supported by the river bed, which does not move. It remains the same. So all the life, what we call spiritual life, we have to remain aware more and more about the river bed, about the support which is supporting all the changes. See, friends. And then we come to know that the changes do not influence the support which is allowing the changes to happen. See? So this is the rule. Now, if our attention is on changes, we will be carried away by that. See? And then we will remain all the time in a constant flux of change and suffer. Now, this is one example. Now, second example. If you go for scuba diving, if you are on the surface of the ocean and want to see the corals below, so they give you some funny kind of gadgets to put on. Your feet are different, your nose is different, and you can float on the surface. And you can see the corals. We can see the corals at the base of the ocean. Now, if you are not able to manage with the buffeting waves on the surface, what is the best way? Get out of it. Remove all your gadgets. And then go deeper in the same place where these waves were buffeting us. As we go little deeper in the waters, the waves cease to exist. There are no waves in the depth of the water. And therefore, we are at peace. In the same manner, changes are only superficial. So if we remain at the surface of our personality, then we will be constantly influenced by all the changes which are happening in the world. Changes are in terms of loss and gain, health and disease, birth and death. This will continue to exist and continue to influence us. See? But if our attention is on the substratum, that which is supporting all these changes is unchanged. Now, this is the principle I told you. Now, recognize that principle in yourself. See? It's very simple, it's not difficult. Like you are all sitting here, green, red, yellow, white, blue, changes. All the changes are seen by the vision which does not change, is the same. So if we want to be not influenced by the changes in the world, what will be the first step? First step will be get away from the worldly things and beings and come to the sense organs where the world is experienced. See? And nobody can do it for us. It is we who have to do it. See? But what happens? We get influenced by the changes to such an extent that becomes our primary lifestyle. See? So this is first step. Now the second step. The whole world enters in our mind and create the disturbances in the mind, and therefore we enjoy or suffer. So, if we want to protect ourselves from the changing world around us, what we have to do is close your sense organs. How to close the sense organs? Do not be a victim or a slave of the sense organs. So indulging and enjoying the world is not a problem. But when we want to repeat something, then impressions are formed on the mind. And those impressions again prompt us into activity. And that activity again forms impressions on the mind. And that again prompts us into activity. In this manner, this wheel of movement begins. And whenever we are constantly moving, a time comes we get tired. See? And then what we do? Only one thing. We suspend all voluntary movements. Working here and going there, doing anything, we suspend all that. And that we call sleep. Now in the sleep, only involuntary movement, breathing, then your digestion, blood circulation, everything continues. And when this is practiced for about 4 or 8 hours, then again we are rejuvenated. Now this experience that we all go through, if we become aware and learn from this experience, that the real gain is in the total loss. See? That is why our Maha Mantra, na kuch pana, na kuch khona. We get disturbed because we are involved with others beyond our authority. See? Now, like what? I am a victim of my mind, and I will justify that. See? Suppose I take tobacco, or I smoke, or I drink. I will justify that. Nobody can stop that. I can just justify it. Very simple. In the same manner, everybody can justify that all their movements, activities are correct. They deserve it. So, in short, we all become the victims of our own way of thinking. And therefore, the samsara begins. Tu, mai, tu. See? So we have to understand, as we are the victims of our mind, the other people are also poor, victims of their mind. See? Today, somebody sent me one very good word, and that word was so good that I really like that word. Difficult to remember. Ultra-cryptidarian. Do you know? Ultra-cryptidarian. How complicated this word is. The dictionary meaning of this word is a person having a habit of giving opinions and advice on matters outside of his knowledge or competence. Such a complicated word. But in our Marathi, It is very simple. For such people, they are called as Punekar. This is what happens. We start advising others what they should do, what they should not do. Never do that. Let everybody live their own life. I'll tell you one example how it can change the life. There was one Marwadi girl in Bihar, Ranchi, many years before. And her husband was a drunkard, rich, money no criteria. And he used to be drunk every day. Some people will put him in taxi and bring at home. And his wife used to take care of him. So her own relations, her parents and also other friends, they say, why do you live with him? Leave him. He is destroying your life. Then she said, this is the time he needs me the most. Now tell me, what more spirituality you want? See, normally what is our understanding? That the world should move according to our whims and fancy. Because we belong to that Punekar category. What others should do, we have no business. See, and when this happens, then changes around us will not influence us. And then we remain with the substratum. Now to come to this point, God, by all His compassion and love for us, creates such situations in our life that we have to rethink about our life, what it is. Okay? And it is designed by the God's will. Remember this thing. Again, go back to Bhagavad Gita. I can't talk without that. The creation of the situation is 100% attributed to Bhagavan Krishna, who created the war. Even Gandhari also cursed Bhagavan Krishna. Because of you the war has happened. See? Now had it not been for him, Arjuna had no doubt. He would have started fighting. See? But that is not the purpose of life. Purpose of life is only one. We must be a fit instrument to allow Him to express through us. And He can express through us if we do not have our personal agenda in life. See? Wherever there is a personal agenda, they cannot help us. They use us. See, friends. Like here, these people have invited us for dinner. Lecture is secondary. Now there is no personal agenda in this. Therefore, they are prepared, relaxed, cheerful and happy. And we are of course free food. So the whole atmosphere is that of joy and happiness. Because there is no personal agenda. See? Therefore, when there is no personal agenda, you are one with yourself. Like, eyes have no personal agenda. This color I like, that color I don't like. No. Eyes are above the likes and dislikes. Any color, any form which comes in front is illuminated, not rejected, but at the same time the vision is aware, is not influenced and attached to anything. Now this experience of ours, if we can work on it consciously, that our mind also has got all good and bad thoughts, but the mind is not attached to any good and bad thoughts. Therefore, the mind can support all kinds of thoughts, good and bad. Mind is never good and bad. Go still further. We support the waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi. We have nothing that we have gained because of the waking and the dream, and we have not lost anything in the deep sleep and samadhi. When we come to this substratum, the river bed, see, we have learned all spiritual life. And if we focus on this, like Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says, Tameva dhiram prajnam kurvita. To this reality, prajnam kurvita, be focus on that. All other things are okay. See, before going to sleep, if you see something, your own important topic, for example, politics, some people have politics. So they will be listening to all the corruptions and the political thing, this fellow killed, that fellow killed, and you get too much involved, and with that you go to sleep. Then whole sleep will be, Hamari mangi puri karo, hamari mangi puri karo. Contrary to that, if you expose yourself to something light, something light means height of foolishness, wit, humor. There are many things available. Listen to that 5-10 minutes and go to sleep in a happy mode. Your whole life will be different. But then, before going to sleep, we see the movie. Chalti gaadi mein latakti laash. And then you will see your own laash latakti. So, what kind of food we give to our body, that tells what kind of health we have. See? Like people like me, now my Madhya Pradesh is coming out. So I am supposed to control my food habit. But I blame others, the people don't listen, but actually I eat. See? So I am responsible for that, not others. In the same manner, we are responsible for all the disturbances of our mind. Nobody is responsible. One bold statement. Those who get disturbed and miserable because of others, they are the fools of the highest order. One of my old friend, that time I was pretty young, and his old couple in Delhi, they used to stay there at Gold Market, and I used to go to their house. They used to give me good food, therefore they are good. And then one day I received a message that old lady died. So I said, hey, I am away and I am busy in my thing. The moment I get free, I will come. So after 15 days or 20 days, I went there. After going, then we had nice kachori, samosa, tea and other things and all that. How the government is bad, how the poor are becoming poor, rich. These are the topics when you discuss. You don't get sin or merit. Because these illusions. After that was over, half an hour, my field was complete. I said, okay, Papa, Thank you very much. I go, you will not believe. That time I was very young and he was about 78 or 80. When I got up, he hugged me very tightly. I said, hey, don't squeeze me out. Whatever you are given, don't take it out. Let it remain. He said, you are a real Swami. I said, I'm so sorry what I have done. He said, you have not mentioned one word about my wife's death. And you did not make me miserable. See? All other people who came, they will come and talk again and again, and they'll be bringing the tiger balm and put their eyes and all that, She should not have died so early, and she left you alone behind. And unless I cry, their visit is not complete. See? But you did not mention even once, and you did not make me cry. Therefore, you are a Swami. See, friends. Now he knew that she died. Do we have to tell again and again? He knew it very well. So he said, you did not do that, therefore, but you tell me why you did not talk all those things. I said, now you will hit me. No, I will not hit you. I said, it is not necessary that when she died, you are miserable. Maybe you are happy, who knows? See, friends, don't take life too seriously. We must spread happiness around. And we must not talk about miseries in life. That is the reason many people, when in the satsang going, Bhagavad satsang, Ramayana satsang, that the Kathakar, they will be keeping a pile of towels. And then after, and whole audience, they also take out the tissue paper. These days, the digital girls, they don't wipe their eyes, they wipe their nose. This is called observation. Now the question is further, why they do not wipe their eyes? Because the eyelashes will come out. Only thank God, the nose is not artificial at the moment. This is what is God realization. Did you get anything? Nothing you got. Did you lose anything? Nothing you lost. Na kuch pana, na kuch khona. But we become Gambhirananda. See? Ramayana Katha you all know. Here only it happened. We are in Melbourne. Many years before, there was one Ramesh Bhai Oja. He is a very close friend of mine. So in his satsang, I was called, I went. And then he says, Swami, speak something. I said, what is the topic, what you are talking? We are talking Ramayana. So I started in English. His audience is Gujarati basically. So I said, Ramayana Katha you all know, and Maharaji will tell you much more. I will tell you that what you do not know from Ramayana. Then I told. Ramayana tells you, even if your son is directly avatar of Narayana, is because of the son, the father died. Is it not? What was the cause of the death of Dasharatha? Ram. So when your son is direct avatar of Narayana, this is the condition of the father. Your children are kabutar. What do you expect? See? बच्चों को इतना बड़ा किया, क्या किया बड़ा? Did you put air every day? And because of that we become miserable in life. See, friends, let everybody grow their own way. Our Indian parents have got this funny thing. For every small little thing the parents get involved. And as a result, our children, they become bonsai. See, Mommy, should I go for a movie? No, beta. Go to temple and eat the head of Krishna. See, life is complete when you go through all the experiences of life. थोड़े गम है, थोड़ी खुशियाँ. Everything is necessary in life. Grow, fall down, get hurt, get up. See, those who do not have miseries in their life, they are the most unfortunate people. Miseries add fragrance to the joy of life. Even if you are a Bengali born, and if you are given the Rashagulla, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, after that you will get disgusted. Then you require in between chotoni. That is the beauty of life. But our problem is, everything should be good, good, good. Then where the bad will go? Everything is necessary. And when we thus start interacting with the changes without ourselves getting changed, that is spiritual life. See? And it can happen only by the light of wisdom, no other way. Therefore, in this retreat, those who have come and suffered, not because of my talk, but because of the toilets. Maybe that was additional. See, there we have seen how meditation should not be done. See? Otherwise, sit for meditation and suffer silently. Khatam hi nahi ho raha. All these things I am telling you of my experience. In Portugal it happened. There was International Yoga Conference, and the local person, he was given Padma Shri by Government of India. And his name I don't remember, but he has written in front of his name only, Jagat Guru something, some kind of Ananda or Dukkha, whatever it is. And he was the host. And thereafter, when we went, he took us to show the things. And he said, this is the place where Fatima, the common one between the Muslims and the Christian Fatima. This is the Fatima garden and all that. So we went, rocky, terrible, hot, small bush, there is not even a tree, like that. And then he said, now sit down here, it is a holy place, sit for meditation. All they said, I could not sit there, it's a horrible place. So I saw one big rock and some kind of shady thing, so I was standing there. He said, now I will ring the bell. From his pocket, he took out that bell which we ring before Bhagavan. Dun, 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 dun. So when I ring the bell, you start meditation according to your evolution. Meaning, if you are in Yama, do Yam meditation. If you are doing Niyama, do Niyam meditation. And like that. And again when I will ring the bell, then meditation over. And everybody sat. And he rang the bell. Dun, 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 dun. So 8 types of meditation started. And I was enjoying the whole thing. So nice thing, Then what was the meditation? Ugly bell kab hoti hai? Ugly bell, when will be the next bell? When will the next bell? See? Because it was already told, mind is conditioned. With this ringing, meditation begins. Again it rings, it's over. So what the mind is doing? It is tense. Abhi tak nahi hua, abhi tak nahi hua, abhi tak nahi hua. And then keeping the eyes half open, Shambhavi Mudra. Shambhavi Mudra means you have to keep the eyes open half. How many eyes you have got? 2. So half. Okay. Don't get lost in all these acrobatics. Real spiritual life is you do not allow your titer of happiness to go down below a particular limit. Like my phone shows me how much is the oxygen level. It never goes down below 98. Is 90 normal. In the same manner, our happiness level should never go below 98. Don't make it 100%. पागल हो जाओगे. थोड़े गम है, थोड़ी खुशियाँ. Is required. Now, when we thus understand a basic principle of life, is our this happy mantra mala. See? Like na kuch pana, na kuch khona. So when we are playing with our kids, something, so that time we know we are not going to get anything, nor we are losing anything. Then what we are doing? Time pass? What else? See, friends, now here we have come. What we are going to get? Food. What we are going to lose? Nothing. They will lose. You relax. The more we become light-hearted in life, you have learnt everything in spiritual life. But there are many of us who get carried away by the statue of Buddha everywhere. See? And he is sitting there. Statues can sit, human being cannot sit. See? So whenever I look at Buddha statue, what comes in my mind? My mind is funny. What can I do? Manufacturer's defect. He must have been from Africa. How? Hairstyle you see? Africa. And ear you will see long. You go to any tribe of Africa, they have got exactly this hairstyle and this ear style. See? And then they say, karma. This karma, that karma. I will be born. Before they leave the body, they tell, I will be born in such and such place again. And then they start tracing that one. See? And the reason is karma. Do sat karma, go to heaven. Do bad karma, go to hell. Do not get too much influenced by this line of thinking. See, friends. We have to remember one simple thing. Wherever there is a doership associated with the action, that action is called as karma. Ma karma phala hetur bhuhu, Bhagavan says in 2nd chapter. Do not become the cause of creating the karma phala. Do not do that. Now what is the karma phala? What is the cause of the karma phala? The doership. Now you see the Pandit, those who come and do some havan, home, marriage, everything. What they will do to Yajman, they will be tying down that pavitri, some ring made out of the grass. And then they will ask you to repeat the satsanga. Repeat the sankalpa. Say now, Mamopata Samasa Durita I am the son of so and so and staying in this place on this date in this thing. Amuk karma karishe. Now when that sankalpa is taken by the Yajman, whatever good or bad happens, it happens to the Yajman, not to the Panditji. I was not doing, you did it, you yourself said. So when the document is not signed, it is not a deed. Only signed document becomes the deed. So the signature on the document is this sankalpa. And what Bhagavan Krishna says? Karmanye vadikaraste ma paleshu gadachana ma karma phala heturbhu. Here is a very subtle catch. When Bhagavan says that ma phaleshu kadachana, that means don't do anything with the idea what will I get after that. See, nishkama karma, what it is called. Be attentive, but it cannot be nishprayojan. Then why we are working? See, ma phaleshu gadachana, ma karma phaleshu gadachana. Then how it is possible? What does it mean? The normal translations you must have read, lot of them. कर्म करने में तुम्हारा अधिकार है, उसके फल में नहीं है. संस्कृत into हिंदी, कुछ पल्ले नहीं पड़ा. See, so nishkama karma is different and nishprayojan karma is different. What for we are doing whatever we are doing. See, so what we do normally, we do whatever we do to get something in return. Now tell me, what we want in return as a result of our karma, miseries or happiness? See, now you all are married. Tell me, when you got married, that time did you marry to get miserable? I am getting married so I can become miserable. No. You all got married to become happy. Further I will not say. See? And if you understand this principle, don't do anything seeking happiness in return. Then let every action of ours be an expression of happiness. Then ma karma phala hetu samajh mein aayega. So when every action is the expression of happiness, now go further. You must have seen in this world, those who think they cannot laugh, and those who laugh they don't think. Try to think and laugh. Imagine a philosopher sitting like this and no. See? Imagine the laughing Buddha, bony. No. That is why I like fat people. See? Fat people are never miserable. Have you seen any fat person miserable? You cannot see. And there are many benefits of becoming fat. One of the benefits I learned from somebody. We went to some funeral and that body was burning there. We were standing there. One was, Swamiji, how much time it will take the body to burn completely? I said, I have no experience. You can imagine what questions people ask. How can I tell you? He said, I can tell you. I said, okay, tell. He told, it will take about 2 hours, 2 hours, 15 minutes maximum. I said, very good. But what is the data you have got on which you are basing this thing? He says, Swamiji, the rule is, those who are bony people, they require more fuel and more time to burn completely. And those who are fat, they have got a built-in fuel. And therefore, they burn fast. Therefore, if you want happiness after death, or at the time of the fire, be fat. See, friends. Life is so simple, friends. Don't think too much. I don't know what is going to happen. If you don't know, relax. If you know, be prepared. Many people have got this funny notion. What happens after death? A simple answer. When you are alive, what happened? When we were not in this world, nothing was lacking. See, we all have seen our parents. Some of us have seen the grandparents. Some of us have seen the great-grandparents. Maybe maximum 3 or 4 generations. Before that, do we even remember once about our great-great-grandparents? Same story is going to happen about you and me. Relax, relax. Don't carry the burden of the future on your head. See, friends. And therefore, what is the burden of the future? Burden of the future is, if I do this thing, then I will get that thing, and then I will become happy. So what we are doing? We are procrastinating our happiness in the future period of time. Now those who postpone their own happiness in the future period of time, they can never be happy. Number one. If we are doing whatever we are doing only for one purpose, then we are here only as an instrument to express happiness. Like if you are playing flute. Now what is the purpose of the flute? Only to bring out music. Not for blowing the fire. See, the purpose of our life is only one. Let us be such an instrument through which the music of joy comes out in and through every expression of life. Let it be action by body, or speech by the mouth, or thoughts by the mind. Now see how simple it is. We have no option but to live in the present. No option. Now if we understand this much, be happy only today. Can be simpler than this anything? We are not telling you should be happy throughout your life. Forget about life. Be happy today only. And once you take this view of life, then you understood the meaning. Karmanye vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. See? And then why this does not happen? Because we have the notion, I am doing something to somebody and therefore I am making others happy. This is another principle. Don't try to make anybody happy in this world. Why? God failed. He is the Paramananda, Brahmananda. Could he make everybody happy? See? And who are we? We are his creation. So the real father became miserable because of his creation. We, the fake parents, get lost too much. Don't get lost too much. The only purpose of our life is we must be an instrument through which happiness expresses. Now here I'll give you one caution. Many people misunderstand this. See? In one of the Shivratri, I went to Prayagraj. Whole night we had, bhajan kirtan in Varanasi. Next day morning we drove. And whole the Shivratri they didn't allow me to eat because they are observing fast. Swamiji, you must be observing fast, is it not? No, what can I say? So we went. We had a nice bath in the Triveni Sangam, very beautiful. Came out and it started raining. So I said, here, now Shivratri over, now we eat something. I can't wait anymore. So I said, we'll go to some better place where we can sit comfortably. There was one hotel, I still remember the name, Imli, name of the hotel was Imli. So I took my khadao in my hand and climbing the steps because it was raining. So somebody came with the umbrella, took my khadao in his hand and took me there. I was so happy. I said, hey gentlemen, I don't know who you are, but today you will be my guest for the lunch. He said, Swamiji, this is my hotel. Now tell me, what more realization you want? See? Then I said, okay, then I am your guest. No problem. Then he says, Swamiji, I am your fan. I am always happy. Your slogan, Mauj Bero, be happy, I follow it. Now, I do not know. Many times I say something, but why I say, I also don't know. I ask him, you are very happy. What about your wife and children at home? Immediately, the lotus flower collapsed. Swamiji, why did you ask that question? I said, I am sorry, I withdraw the question. No, but what you told is right. They are very miserable. I said, it is not happiness. If you are happy, things around you will have the fragrance of happiness. If we think that I am happy and because of me others are miserable, it is a Rakshasi happiness. See? It is something like in Bombay, you see, in the midst of slums, there is a multi-storied building where all millionaires live, and all around, all jhoppadpatti. So when you enter your building, which is so posh and beautiful, but you have to go to the whole dirty things. See, friends, can you call that society a prosperous society? Where one or two people are happy and others are in the most miserable condition. In the same manner, being happy or mauj mein raho is different than mauj karo. Such people are doing mauj karo. They are not happy. They are running away from the challenges of life. See, friends, it is so simple. And when we understand this principle of life, karmanye vadikaraste ma phaleshu gadachana, let every action of ours be wherever I am, whenever I am, whatever I am, be 100%. You have learned all the karma yoga in your life. Karma yoga is not doing too much of karma. See? Why I don't like this karma? Once I went to Switzerland with my friend, his two daughters, now both of them are married and big. So, my friend and his wife told Swamiji, you please be seated, let me see what they have got here to eat. So I said, go. I was sitting there with his two daughters, small one. And after checking that, then these two parents came. Meanwhile, I was watching around, and the name of the hotel was Karma. He says, Swamiji, what should I order? I said, you cannot order anything. Why? Karma, you will get prarabdha only here. You can't get anything. Karma. Don't give too much value, importance to that. Therefore, ma karma phala heturbhu. Let the actions emanate through us without having that arrogance. I have done this thing, I have done that thing. You must have seen this many times in meetings. It happens. All the necktie-dhari are sitting and very serious meeting going on, and some important topic is being discussed, and that time one of them say, "Excuse me," and everybody is ready to receive with Purna Kumbha, that she. And it doesn't come. Nothing is in our hand, friends. But what an arrogance we have. I have done this, I have done this. Now, this is one extreme. Other extreme is, okay, I will not do anything. Because whenever I do something, there are problems. I will not do it. No. Mate sangastu akarmani. Never retire in life. We must be busy till the last breath. See, look at our Amma. At her age, what is that which keeps her going? Because she is busy. See? Never retire in life. Then see the joy of life. Then we have something to look forward to. Otherwise, फिर सुबह हो गई, रात को मरा ही नहीं, ठीक है. And again we start the same thing. Then what we start? Newspaper नहीं आया, नहीं. Now how to go to toilet? Take tissue paper. There are people, without reading the newspaper, they cannot evacuate. Maybe that newspaper gives them pressure. They should go to the automatic toilet. Therefore, friends, Mate Sangasto Akarmani. We have lived for our selfish attainment throughout life. Now take out some time from in your own field, but now live for others to some extent. See? And slowly, you will expand your horizon of existence. Then the net result is, wherever you go, you are received with great love and happiness. Imagine, you go home from your work, factory, wherever it is, and on the door, your wife is waiting for you with those clothes which you like, properly dressed, neat and all that. And the moment the bell rings, she comes and opens, and then takes the briefcase from your hand and leads you with your hand and on a nice, beautiful seat, and you sit there. And then she removes your shoes and then the socks, and there is a warm water container, there is fragrance in that. She takes a towel. Imagination hai? They started living. How attentively they were listening. Hey friends. So this imagination makes you so happy when it will start happening in your life. Not only in your house, but wherever you go in the whole world. See, to love and to be loved is the fulfillment of human existence. Forget about God realization. See, then life is fulfilled. Ma karma phala heturvuhu ma te sangastu akarmani. See, in this manner, when we start focusing our attention, and all the changes which are happening in our life They are supported by this uncorrupted substratum that we are. Hold on to that. See? बाकी सब ठीक है. Not much important. Then we understand थोड़े गम है, थोड़ी खुशियाँ, ये जीवन है. And once you take this stand of holding on to the substratum, then you are not required to be told any spiritual practice. Joy I experience. Miseries I experience. So who am I? I am other than the joy and miseries. Both the places I am. See? I am Australian as well as I got the Indian card also. You are not two, you are only one. See? So when you are miserable, you are in Australia. When you are happy, you are in India. See? Continuously it's happening. Therefore, all the dvandvas of life, we will go through them, but we will not be influenced by them. Because now our attention is on the substratum. Therefore, the real spiritual practice is focus your awareness, attention to your own unchanging reality. And the changes are good. If there is no change, it will be boring. Imagine you don't grow in age. Not only you will be fed up, others also will be fed up. Arey, marte hi nahi. See? Change is the foundation of life. Therefore, go through the changes without getting influenced by them. Then we have learned the spiritual practice. Do it and celebrate life, or don't do it and calibrate life. What will I get if I do this? You get nothing. Therefore, wherever we are, whenever we are, be 100%. That's it. But normally, we have this funny notion. One elderly Gambhirananda asked me this question. Swamiji, what kind of mantra you are telling? English, Hindi and all that. I said, this kind. But that is not right. I said, okay, don't accept. See? Vedic mantras are given. Are they compelling others? You have to chant Gayatri mantra, dekho nahi to marunga. Nobody, don't chant. You got a freedom. And these mantras have got a very simple way to understand and practice in life. It doesn't matter in what language you talk. What matters is what you talk. See? Suppose somebody comes and talks to you in Sanskrit. Hey, Maha Murkha Chiromani. Thank you. Why it is in Sanskrit? And somebody say, oh dear, I love you so much. English. No. More than the language, what are the contents and what we understand is important. Therefore, when you repeat it slowly, slowly, it will start coming in your life at the right time. One of my friend, Gunjan, her daughter is about 6 years. Very lazy. All children are lazy. So every day she starts waking her up from 6 o'clock, 6:30, 7. She has to go to the school 8 o'clock. She is sleeping. 7:30, quarter to 8. Not ready to get up. When the mother gives her, don't you have to go to school, you know? Don't you want to go to school? Kya farak padta hai? No, he sleeps. So she told me that my daughter has become your follower. Very good. Take life lightly, don't become serious in life. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.